Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pass caught by Olave. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Here's Kamara off the draw. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense, just didn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 49 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now the point after, good by Groupie. And that makes the score 7-0. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Taken down by Pete Werner. The Chargers at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Herbert now. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
10 yards, good for the Saints, first down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Credit the tackle that time to the shot hand.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. You talk about the defense for these Chargers. And they played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes. See if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I think put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints are able to add on to that lead. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Charger drive about to get going. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season they could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Herbert. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Bryan Bresee able to record his 5th sack of the season. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Now it's Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his 1st season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taysom Hill from 13 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Groupie able to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now.
21, Chargers 3.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10. as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead. The point after, good by Grupe. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Chargers 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a first down carry for Harris. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7. They'll run again with Harris. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is down to 28-10. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
He can do it all, can he? You can see the shake and bake, but he has some surprising power as well. And boy, is he consistent. 1,100 yards from scrimmage for the 7th straight season last year.
Forced out to his left. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble. As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
The Saints on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Flushed out right. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. Oh, a Cardinal sin there. Thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4.
It's the pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They run again with Harris. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Here's Herbert. Steps away to his left. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he'll go down at the 28. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Tyler Conklin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in the second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Charger drive about to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for...
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
He'll get this up to about the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And now they're going to get him down late at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Complete to Johnston here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Back to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Brian Brzee picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
2nd and 13 at the 48-yard line.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. On the end around, here comes Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. That is caught. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 1st down, Hampton. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Najee Harris from 17 yards out. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Room to run at the 50. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
They're going to look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. The throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate Big plays for an offense.
Back to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Again, he'll drop to throw. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taysom Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Groupie able to add the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hampton. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now it's Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
The Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Hampton at a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Herbert now. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on ESPN. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, 76 yards. And the Saints are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Here's Grupe for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
42. Chargers 25.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
17 at the 28-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He gets that to the longtime Charger. It's Mike Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Here's Herbert. Finds Johnston. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Now 2nd and 9.
In motion, the tight end. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
That one complete to McConkey.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Complete to Glenn McConkey.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Herbert. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Devon Godshaw getting in there and dropping him.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going.
A 22-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. But with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still got to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. Oh, some strong running. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run it again with Kamara. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Kamara up the middle. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll drop the throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Herbert going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Now Herbert. Dancing to his left. A strong running. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, It may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Herbert to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got it at the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Herbert. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Herbert.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
And 10 yards to go.
59.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for New Orleans,
a loss would have really hurt, but as it stands, it's an important win as they move to 3-5 on the year.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
for the antidote. There's a pretty girl on my TV screen. She's so hot, she's so mean. Burn my body like it's flammable. Girl, I'm still a fan of you. Hey, 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 hey. Like a cannibal. Baby, I'm a fan of you. Your sensation, my fixation. Just tell me that it's tangible. Baby, I'm a fan of you. Hey, hey, hey. Your sensation is my fixation.
Say don't play with me, but I still gamble with it. We getting right before we take off on the landing strip. Know that you like all the attention that a fan gives. Say that you like me, but you way too young for marriage. I've been here before, I know exactly how it goes. Yeah, now I got you packing up your clothes. You can hit me up and let me know exactly when you close. I'm her favorite, says she need a. She wanna all day.
Hey, 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 hey. Your sensation, my fixation. Just tell me that it's tangible. Baby, I'm a fan of you. Hey, hey, hey. Your sensation is my fixation. I can Yeah, you better pat me down and pray for peace before you let us in. My jettison is full of carnivores and lettuce men. You pushing positive, then we can be the best of friends. We drink the fire from the fountain in excellence. Open sores, open doors like a Trojan horse. No remorse, I make lore fact like college course. I'm a scoundrel with my pen works adventures. My punchlines are too raw for glass jars and dentures. You think you've seen madness? Well, I am the center. I'm only happy in the summer. The winter. Watch out now. Come heavy water. It's high now. Not going under. Oh, 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 not gonna let you go. Oh, 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 pay what you owe. Watch out now. Come heavy water.
Man, my mistake. It's damn, namaste. And Dolly Mama, cause I'm searching for better days. Tijuana, I'm cutting through this with my switchblade to get honest, cause I've learned something from years ahead hunting. If I got something to say, then I'ma say something. A glutton for all these beatings and fighting for what I'm loving. If the whole world's throwing up spikes, I keep on trucking, yeah. I ain't got time for y'all to get your heads right. I'll find some rope and you can go and hang tight. It's getting dark as midnight. His beat swinging so hard, we in a fist. Tippy toe, watch me dip and roll round the corner, on another level. Watch my glow. I be switching colors, red, green, and gold. I'm speaking the truth, and now I'm spitting heavy waters on the floor in the booth. Let's go.